Hey everyone, this is April Marie from aprilmarietucker.com, and I just wanted to shoot this quick video on email list building because I think a lot of people are really missing the boat, when it comes to email list building. They're not, it's okay, you can like push a button, people can come to your to your site and you can build your list and all these things. But you have to be able to cultivate that list. You have to be able to build a relationship with that list. And one really great way to do that is with using your Aweber, that's what I use, although there's many other autoresponders that you can use. But I recommend Aweber. It has always been proven to me that it's very functional, very reliable, and all of these great things. So this is not to sell you Aweber or anything like that, but if you already have it, that's great, and that's basically what I'm going to be showing you how to use today and how to really just do a broadcast to your list and really provide value to your list so that way you're able to retain that list and you have less unsubscribes. And a lot of people, they believe this myth that if you are constantly blasting your list or if you're constantly emailing your list, that's spam. It is absolutely not spam if you're building your list correctly, which obviously I provided a ebook below to make sure that you're doing that. But when somebody opts into your list, they're actually agreeing that they want your information. So it's really, really powerful to have them actually opt in, be pre-qualified for your information. That way, when you're sending out your emails, whether it be providing training, maybe it's promotions, affiliates, programs that you're offering, your own product, whatever it may be, they've actually agreed to be on your list and receive that information because they're searching for that information and they want it. So it's really, really powerful. So you want to make sure that you're providing value, that you are recommending products that are for your niche, that will help your niche, things like that. And that's what I do on a daily basis. So emailing your list is a really good thing, and I highly recommend doing it at least once a day. I understand it could be a little bit time consuming, but if you have a system in place where you can get coaching and training and all of these things, you should be able to get some swipe copy and really just make it easy on yourself and be able to copy and paste some emails and things like that. And also having a mentor and following other leaders that are in the program and asking them if it's okay if you don't have a lot of time to create your own emails or things like that, if it's okay that you swipe some of their emails. That will really make your life a lot easier. And I tend to actually do that a lot because it can be time consuming to write your email. I mean, I write a lot of my own emails, but I also sometimes will, to save time, actually like what I'm going to do today, I will just swipe copy and send out a blast. But what I will do is I will create, I will make it and create it into my own words. So, you don't ever want to just exactly copy somebody else's email. You always want to make a little bit, your own personal touch in there. Check that email, make sure everything's cool. So today I'm going to show you how to broadcast your email, and then I'm going to give you some quick tips and tools and strategies that you can use to really explode your email marketing and build that list, because at the end of the day, this is what it's all about. If you are looking to do anything online, it's all about building that list, especially if you're a network marketer. All right, so today I'm just going to show you some cool ways to do that. All right, so once you get into Aweber, what you want to do is you want to click on, or actually just scroll over messages right here, and then click on broadcast, okay, which I've already done that. So this is the page you will actually end up on right here once you've clicked broadcast. So make sure that you're in the right list. Like I've got many lists here, okay. Today I'm going to do Network Marketing VT list, but you also have that option to add more lists when you get to the next page, and I'll show you that here in a second. All right, so what I do, and because Aweber's created it's actually a really cool tool where you can actually put your custom logos and your email templates and things like that in your emails. But a lot of people have been asking me, well, how do I broadcast my list now? Well, what I do is I actually use the previous broadcast editor because it's a lot easier for me. Instead of adding all that high-tech, templates and things like that, it's just a plain, regular style email, and actually your deliverability rate will actually go up if you use this instead of the email template, because a lot of people have it blocked where they can't get emails with images or some like Yahoo or AOL might block it just automatically. Not everybody uses Gmail and Hotmail. So really, really cool here. All right, so I already actually have an email that I'm going to actually just swipe copy in one of the groups that I'm in for an affiliate program that I actually just joined. So I'm going to just really quick copy. I like this as the subject line, so I'm going to use this as the subject line. And like I said, I mean, I always edit my emails. I don't always do it exactly how they have it. Let's see, no velvet ropes, no gurus, no heroes. I like that. No velvet ropes, no gurus, no superheroes. All right, because anybody can do this, right? And that's what you want. That's what you want in your email. You want them to know when building your relationship that, hey, what you have to offer, anybody can do. You know, information is very, very important, and it's key in your internet marketing. And people, they tend to lead with their products or services. Absolutely wrong. We are in an information day and age. That's what the internet is for. How many times have you gone onto YouTube or gone onto Google searching for your, a recipe, or maybe like one time I couldn't light my pilot went out on my water heater. So what did I do? I went straight to Google looking for how do I light my pilot on my water heater. So the information day and age is here, and it's online. And if you want to succeed online, you have to be leading with information. Absolutely, without a doubt. And if you don't have that information, you don't have that skill level yet, then you need a system, and I will show you that here in a second. Okay, so let's see here. Here's something that anybody can do. So I'm just going to copy from here down because I didn't want the rest of that. So, but I looked at this email. It is really, really actually a good email. And like I said, this is all about saving time, and time is money. So sometimes I will just find a swipe copy, put it up there, but of course you're going to want to edit it, okay? So I'm going to show you how to edit it. Another thing that you're going to want to do is you're going to want to personalize, and you can see all the different codes right here. So if you want to add their first name, if you want to add their email, maybe, hey, you subscribed using this email, is that correct? Something like that, you can add that, and it will just automatically put their name in. So you don't have to worry about doing that, which I love. I love, love, love. Actually, you know what? I got to get a different style for this. Okay, something that anyone can do starting right now, regardless of their experience or skill level. So I always try to keep my emails to not run off. So you want to keep it more to the left. Okay, because people tend to not read all the way across when they're looking at their computer. They tend to read more to the left, and if you can just make it easier for your subscriber to read and really put bullet points in there and bold and headings and things like that, you're going to get a lot higher conversion rates. So I'm going to put first name in here, which you can find right here too. So you see right here. I just put first name is usually what I put. There's no difference. I mean, if you just want to put name, it doesn't matter. But it might put their last name too, which can be a little bit annoying. Okay. Here's something that anyone can do starting right now, regardless of their experience or skill level, where you can actually get paid between now. Okay, so I'm just basically what I'm doing, I'm still editing. And you want to make sure that you add your links, which I'm going to show you really quick how to do that. Now I use HTML message format because I do like to customize my email. And if you use the plain text message, just make sure you don't add, or that you actually have your email signature set up, because it will add it at the bottom, so you won't want to do it there. And you can't use click here or anything like that. So to me, I always stick with the HTML message editor because it lets me customize it better and make things look nicer. Okay, so I'm just right now I'm just going to go through, I'm making sure that this email is correct here. Okay, and I'm not going to bore you with all that, but I do want to show you how to add links. Okay, because it's really important that you know how to do this so that way people can click on whatever it is that you're offering. Maybe you're sharing some information, maybe you're selling a promotion like I am right now, an affiliate program, whatever it may be. And I'm just going to grab my link right here. I tend to always share like a capture page because I want to pre-qualify people for my information. I don't want to just send them. I want to know that they opted in. I want to know that they're looking and things like that. So you get a notification as soon as somebody opts in, which is really cool. Okay, so you can see how I just did that, and I'm going to do another one so you can see. I'm going to put click here. Now you might want to also like make it stand out a little bit. So sometimes I'll add little things like that. And I'll just make it different because, you know, people are so ADD online, including me. I am such an ADD person. I oftentimes don't read everything. So you want to really just put the bullet points so that they can see the important points of your email. So if you're putting something really important that it says in there, make sure you highlight it, bold it, make it bigger maybe even, and make it stand out in some sort of way. So now I'm going to put click here now. So I always just make it a little bit different. And, you know, you might want to also pick up like a book on copywriting because, you know, there is a lot more to email marketing. If you really, really want to get really good results, I highly recommend, you know, picking up a copywriting book, you know, successful copywriting book, something like that. I would just go on Amazon. You can look and browse. There was one that I read, and I'm just not thinking of the name right now. Sorry about that. Okay, where you can actually get paid, where you can be successful without having a list, experience, or being an internet genius. You want to know how? I'm going to put here's how. I always put click because you got to have, it's like a call to action. So you want to make sure you have a good, strong call to action in your email. And several of them is pretty cool to have because that means that, you know, wherever this person's eyes land on this email, they're going to see it eventually. They're going to see somewhere that there's a call to action and do it, okay? It's just kind of funny because our brains work that way. Somebody tells us to do something, it's like, oh, okay, we'll do it, you know? And that just goes the same for email marketing. So you just want to make sure that you have that. And I'm going to highlight that and I'll show you. See, you can just put a little highlight to make that stand out. I want to make sure that there's spaces. You also want to do a lot of spaces, so because people tend to feel overwhelmed when there's long paragraphs, okay? So let's see here. All the information is just one click away here. See, so I just made that italic, so you can just simply click the highlight it and then make it italic and so on. So I'm going to bold that. Aren't you ready for a business that just plain works? Huh, everybody is, right? So I'm just going to put that there. Oop. My computer's been acting a little bit funky. All right. So you don't want to overflow it with links. So I'm not going to put too much, but do you see, like, I'm making them feel the pain. They see the pain, and now they're feeling, you know, like here's the solution. So you know, you're in an information day and age online, you want to always be providing a solution to the person's problem. And in this email, that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm providing a solution to end their pain and struggle in online marketing, you know. So I always put to your success. Another thing I might do too is I might add my email signature as well, which I can do. I usually just do this the easy way. This is how I do it anyways, but this is my email signature. So I will add that to this email. It just makes it a lot easier to have a nice customized email signature with your image, because people, you know, they identify with you. So if they can see your picture in your email, it's a lot more powerful because, hey, that's a real person. You know what I mean? So you want to make sure that you have a picture in your signature. Feel free to call me. I'll put my cell phone. So I'm going to put join my team here to get them another call to action. PSs work great too, you guys, because you always want to make sure that you add some type of PS, you know, something that they can, sometimes they'll scroll all the way down to the bottom of the email. Oops, I messed that up. Sometimes they'll scroll all the way down to the bottom of the email to get down to the nitty gritty, you know what I mean? And if you got a nice PS there, they can see that pretty quickly. I know for me, and I'm kind of going by me too, like, I'm actually kind of funny because I am so like, okay, just get down to the bottom of it. I'm so ADD online, it's not even funny. So in my marketing, I think of how I react and how I would look at things. So I just happen to be kind of a natural at it because I am such an ADD person. But put yourself in your target market shoes, okay? Because obviously you're in the business or the niche that you're in because you know we're looking for a solution. So think about what those solutions might be that you were looking for, and things that had helped you, information that has helped you, training that has helped you, those types of things. And really just put yourself, when you're writing an email and concocting, you know, a sales letter or you know, just building your relationship with that email list, put yourself in their shoes. So think about what you would want to hear, and think about them, okay? Because you got to kind of relate you to, because obviously there's a reason why you're marketing to these people. It's because you're in that niche. So just a little hot tip there. I mean, this is okay. So I've concocted my email, and you always want to make sure that you test it, okay? So testing, testing, testing. Always be testing stuff. Don't send it out all, you know, messed up. So we always want to make sure that it looks okay. All right. So I'm going to kind of make this a little bit bigger, just because my e-cig right there is pretty big. So I want to make sure that's a little big there. So I'm going to put a couple spaces at the end so it doesn't look like it's at the very, very bottom. All right, now this is really cool too, Aweber. Now if you have a lot of lists like I do, what I normally do is I just do a complete broadcast to all of my list, and I just select that box right there, and then you can broadcast to everyone that's ever opted into your list. You can add your social media sharing, which I have my fan page and my Twitter set up. So it goes straight to it just syndicates right to your fan page and all that good stuff. Now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to save message. Now, let's say you work full time and you're a real busy person, okay? You can click right here, send later, and you can select a time, a date when you want this email message to go out. So let's say you know you're preparing for a launch of a product, okay? So you can use this to say, okay, I want this message to go out on Friday because on Saturday we're launching that product. So it's really cool, all the functionality you can do with this. And I, my friend, am completely about saving time and making my life easier. I have 3 kids, so I'm all about that. All right, now you can see I have a pending broadcast, and this is the broadcast that I just created. Now what I want to do is I just want to test it, okay? And my information is already filled out here, but more than likely you're going to have to put your email in there and your name. And what I always, always, always do is test to make sure that my email showed up correctly, because I do not want to embarrass myself. Right over here, actually, while we're waiting for that email, and just show you, see, this is where people can opt in, and what happens is they go straight to my Aweber list. So that list that I'm broadcasting to, you know, you want to make sure that if you're a blogger or if you're thinking about creating a blog, you want to make sure that you have somewhere where people can opt into your list. And great way to do that is to provide value. You know, I have My fan page has an opt-in list where I provide free training and all kinds of stuff. Here's another free training. Here's another free training for exclusive webinars. So I have all of these different things, and I have even more. When you click this tab and they come to my blog to see my killer content, you can see they can gain access to my online success blueprint. They fill out their name, their email, their phone number. You know, that's great for leads. I give away a free ebook here and just all kinds of value. You can even add it at the end of your blog post. You can do solo ads. Solo ads are one of my favorite lead generation strategies just because it's easy. You know, you can market to that. You can market to somebody else's list and they actually drive the traffic for you. So it is a paid strategy, but it is a strategy that works and builds your list very, very quickly. And I'm actually going to show you things that you can offer here in a second to be able to build that list. All right, so hopefully my emails, there it is. Okay, so now you can see my subject line, no velvet ropes, no gurus, no superheroes. Hey April, here's something that anyone can do starting right now where you can actually see. You just want to make sure that you read all of this. Here's how, click, and make sure that your links are working. That is, I've actually sent out emails and I know a lot of marketers that have that put the wrong link and the link didn't work, or it was the wrong link or whatever. So you always check your links. Okay, always do that. It's so important. All right, so everything looks good. They can call me. They can join my team. My e-sig is showing up pretty good. All looks well. So now what you want to do is you want to close this window and you want to queue. Okay, now when you hit queue, this is it. You know, I mean, you got to make sure that this email looks the way you want it to, because once you hit queue, there is no stopping it and it is going out to your list. And actually, I'll do that for you right now. Queue. It says broadcast will be sent right now. So 1:12 p.m. It's already past that. Okay, 10:14 today. So it's being sent right now. And it's going to go out to all of my email list. And, you know, the bigger your list is, the more sales you're going to make, the more opt-ins you're going to get. You know, it all rolls into one. So more activity leads to more activity. So the more active you are and consistent on a daily basis and driving traffic to your capture pages and really building that list, the more activity you're going to have in your business for sure. All right, so with that being said, you want to have content, okay? And I actually just joined Network Marketing VT, and I highly strongly recommend that anybody who's just getting started online, or even if you're just a mediocre, you've been online for a little bit, but you don't have your own products and you don't have all these things, or maybe you do have your own products, like I have my own products, but I still use systems like these, where you'd want to actually have a funded proposal, someplace where you can actually have most of the work done for you, where it's just a plug and play system so that you can really get in there and start getting to work right away. So you want to have that blueprint in place, and that's exactly what I'm going to show you today. I'm just going to give you a quick peek at what Network Marketing VT really has to offer, because I think it's super, super powerful. And this is running a little bit longer, but I won't make this too much longer. I hope you guys have gotten value from all of this and all that stuff. So as you can see, and these are the products that you actually have, which is really cool. So you have 14 days to try this system risk-free. You are not charged for 14 days, and you actually get in this system, and you have all these free downloads, which just completely blew my mind, because, I mean, there's tools back here, 3D web display maker, image makers, what really got me, article spinners. If you're a blogger, you are going to be absolutely blown away. Add to it Leads Mailer Pro. Here's a software that will actually, you can download to your desktop that is a bulk emailer. I mean, the list goes on, and I believe there's about 100 products back here right now, and there's some being added all the time. So you even get audio adrenaline hypnotherapy. And you know what's really cool about this stuff is that it's all resellable. You can add your signatures to some of these ebooks. You can create your own ebooks. In fact, that's what I did with this one. I mean, it's just the value. It's just so packed with value back here. It's not even funny, and I'm so excited to start implementing a lot of these strategies. Especially if you're looking for a path to go on and connect with other successful network marketers, internet marketers. This is the place to be. So I highly recommend checking that out. And you can see the leads are already coming in because I put that email list. People are opting in. Oh, here comes another one. So as soon as I mail to my list, there's people that are looking for my information. So they're going to start opting in to look at what I have to offer them, which is network marketing VT. So this is how we're building our businesses. This is how we're marketing to our businesses. So it doesn't matter like whatever primary company you're in. It doesn't matter, if you're building Amway, if you're building Herbalife, if you're building Monavie, whatever company it is that you're building, you need tools and you need a funded proposal to build your business, especially if you want to do it online, because leading with your business, your products, all of these things will never work for you. You are going to struggle. And if you want to end the struggling, here's your solution. So we've also got we got lead capture pages, performance coaching, lead generation and marketing, where you can actually go in and you can see all of our different training here. And you got prospecting and closing, Pinterest, Bing and Yahoo pay-per-click, new marketer's guide to really fast money. So all of these different video training, step-by-step trainings, along with the coaching and strategy calls and the team that we've built and our team training site. I mean, you just could never be in better hands really with this. And we're focusing on simple lead generation strategy. Of course, if you're a little bit more advanced like myself, you can go and move on to other things, but we're really helping people really to create instant profits in their business within their first week. So it's never been done before, and I've never seen a system that will actually create results like this so fast for the new person as I have with this. So without that being said, make sure you check that out. I'm going to leave a link below. Grab that ebook below, and you can go ahead and start reading that and really focusing on your list building strategies, because it's very, very important that you're building your list while you're doing your online marketing, and that is the key component to being successful in your online business. All right, so I'll see you on the next post. Have yourself a great weekend, and we'll talk again soon. Bye.